The Mayo Clinic defines dyslexia as a learning disorder characterized by difficulty reading due to problems identifying speech sounds and learning how they relate to letters and words. Dyslexia is a common learning disability in children. Dyslexia is also called specific reading disability. The problems displayed by individuals with dyslexia involve difficulties in acquiring and using language. Reading and writing letters in the wrong order is just one symptom of dyslexia and does not occur in all cases. Teachers should look for certain symptoms that may lead them to believe the student is dyslexic. Having difficulty learning to speak, having difficulty organizing written and spoken language, having difficulty learning letters and their sounds, having difficulty memorizing numbers and facts, having difficulty spelling, having difficulty reading, having difficulty learning a foreign language, and having difficulty doing math operations. A few more simple questions a teacher can ask themselves to determine if a student has dyslexia are: does the student have trouble with sequence? Does the student have difficulty copying from the smartboard? In spelling, does he transpose silent letters within words? Can he not recall order of the letters? Does he misplace the silent E? Does he have difficulty in reproducing or identifying rhymes? These are only a few of the general questions a teacher can ask themselves about the student. There are many more that can be used to help determine if a student has dyslexia. Students with dyslexia need to be taught part to whole. They need to be taught the concrete information first, then move into the abstract. It also helps if there is a clear indication of how the new information that was learned fits into the old information that was learned as well. Much review and repetition needs to be practiced along the way. Accommodations and modifications are essential in the learning success of students with dyslexia. A few modifications and accommodations are using a tape recorder. Many problems related to dyslexia are reading disabilities. Using a tape recorder gives the students an opportunity to listen to the lecture and directions again to clarify. Next, highlight essential information. If the student has difficulty finding the important information in the text, the teacher can highlight or underline the important information to make it easier to find. The teacher can develop reading guides. This creates a roadmap for students to follow along. It helps the students realize the main ideas and sort out the supporting details. Next, the teacher can change their response mode. If the students are having difficulty with writing their responses, the teacher can give them another option, such as underlining, sorting, or marking their paper. The teacher can provide an outline for the lecture. An outline enables the students to follow along with the teacher and make appropriate notes. Finally, a teacher can use assignment substitutions or adjustments. For example, students could be allowed to complete a project instead of an oral presentation. Also, a test can be given in oral or written format. According to a Yale study, 1 out of 5 people suffer from dyslexia. Out of all children diagnosed with learning disabilities, 70 to 85% of those children are diagnosed with dyslexia. Contrary to popular belief, dyslexic students are generally of average or above average intelligence. Also, dyslexia can vary in severity. Overall, students with dyslexia are just students. They just have to learn a different way to succeed. It doesn't mean it's easier, it's just different.